Hey there, YouTube land. Today I'm not going to have well, I am going to kind of have a fishing gear video, but it's not about reels. I'd like to explain New York State's lead sinker laws. Now, for those of you who don't know, here in the state of New York, since 2004, we have had a ban on certain lead sinkers. So I thought I'd try to explain what that means. So, the official law states that it is illegal to sell, buy, or use any lead sinker that weighs a half ounce or less. So first I'd like to show you a couple of sinkers. And these are lead. Now, are these banned? No. The answer is no. And why is that? Well, as I mentioned, this only applies to lead sinkers that weigh a half ounce or less. These lead sinkers weigh 2 ounces, so these are okay to use. Now, the reason they created this law was because many water birds like ducks, geese, loons, and birds like that were consuming the lead split shots. So that's why they created this law. I have an example of a non-lead sinker, and this is a half ounce. I know it looks kind of dark, but I assure you this is not lead. And if you ever are curious about whether your sinkers are lead, what you can do is, excuse the noise, I'm trying to take a piece of paper and try to create a streak. Because if it's lead, the streak will be pretty clear. If it doesn't show a streak, it's not lead. But this is a half ounce. So basically, for reference, any lead sinker this size or smaller is banned in the state of New York and Vermont too, as a matter of fact. So you might be thinking, okay, does that affect lead jigs? No, it doesn't, because jig heads, this is a tube jig head. Jig heads are not defined as sinkers in the Environmental Conservation Law, so the lead law does not apply to these. Here's some smaller jig heads for crappie jigs. And also these lead-weighted Como floats, which I actually love these floats because they cast really far because of the lead ring. These are also okay because, again, this is not defined as a sinker. So that's why you will see them in the bait shops right here in New York. Well, most of those are kind of shut down because the coronavirus, but anyway. So, yeah. Thankfully, though, non-lead sinkers, excuse me, are not that hard to find here in New York. I mean, every bait shop will sell, or place that sells fishing stuff has non-lead. Sinkers like this tend to be made of steel, along with bullet weights, although some bullet weights are also made out of tungsten. Split shots you find will usually be made out of tin. So, if you come to New York or Vermont, then you'll have no trouble at all finding non-lead sinkers. But I thought I'd explain that so you people don't get a ticket from the DEC and keep you on the legal side. I hope this was helpful, and if you haven't already, please comment, like, and subscribe.